Hey guys, how's it going? Asia Minor is in full swing and some of the finest Asian teams are putting up impressive Counter-Strike. Speaking of impressive Counter-Strike, CyberZen, they have a really strong CT side over here. It becomes difficult to deal with something like this because they are so disruptive and so intrusive. You can see right here, Bottle, he pushes up Connector at the very beginning of the round, throws a smoke so that he can keep GrayHound at bay. Meanwhile, even Viva, he's watching A long. By pushing all this time, CyberZen have a pretty good information about what GrayHound is up to. They don't see any of the GrayHound players towards A long, which prompts them to tell their team that GrayHound probably might be interested in hitting the B side. And that's why TB, Savage, and HZ, they are all holding B passively. We saw Bottle trying to rotate towards the B side earlier, but then once again, since CyberZen does not see any of them towards the B side either, they once again push A long, and this is where things get interesting. I'm gonna pause the demo right here, and here we can see, at this point, Dexter, Malta, and Urcast, all of them, they vote towards the B side, huddling up towards B short, but now they have decided to move towards the connector and try to actually hit the A side. And this is when the push from Bottle and Viva will actually help out CyberZen. They have a really strong crossfire setup over here, Bottle watching the passage of toilet, meanwhile Viva is watching the entrance towards birthday. The interesting thing over here is, as GrayHound start to move in towards connector, they wait for the push from Dick Stacy to actually clear out the toilets area, and since he does not see anyone, the players in connector get a free pass to start moving, and at the same time, Bottle, he pushes up and gets 2 free kills. Even Viva, he has an off angle, and as Dick Stacy tries to move into the site, he does not expect Viva to stay towards toilets. Such an intrusive CT side lets CyberZen get an information of what GrayHound is up to, and they actually caught them off guard. Since Dick Stacy gave the call that bathrooms might be clear, at the same time his teammates started to push out of connector, and that's when Bottle, he saw the chance and he took it. He got 2 free kills, and CyberZen once again were able to win 1 round. The interesting thing about this match is, CyberZen were leading 4-1. And all thanks to this intrusive CT side. But then, GrayHound, they put up something called a double turtle setup. And that's actually what let them make a comeback into this match. By trailing 1-4 and leading the first half 9-6, we can see how GrayHound actually put up a really good counter to CyberZen's intrusive and disruptive CT side. GrayHound are able to punish the aggressive CT side of CyberZen by adopting a very slow and methodical approach. This approach is based on them getting picks on the aggressing CyberZen players and making sure that they do not give any opportunity to CyberZen to catch them off guard. At the start of the round, GrayHound will throw utilities towards the B site. They throw 2 smokes and a Molotov, which prompts CyberZen to stack 3 of their players towards the B site. TB is in charge of guarding B short. Meanwhile, Savage and HZ have a pretty strong crossfire towards Monster. But that's not where GrayHound have decided to go. In fact, GrayHound are now just starting to push Fountain and A long. Malta's lurking towards B. Meanwhile, Dexter, he's slowly and surely clearing up connector. Notice how Dexter uses his utility to clear out each and every angle over here. Since CyberZen players have been pushing time and again and catching GrayHound players with their pants down, GrayHound are now very careful in clearing each and every angle, and they do not want to leave any chinks in their armor that CyberZen can exploit. Sterling is watching A long because Bottle and Viva have been pushing this area all throughout the game, and he wants to get an opening pick over here. Meanwhile, Dick Stacy and Urcast are trying to clear up toilets, and Dexter also will now join them. Meanwhile, Malta, he's still lurking towards B. Now, notice how CyberZen are playing very passively. Since GrayHound are showing aggression towards each and every part of the map, CyberZen are not sure about what exactly GrayHound is up to, and that is why all of them are on the bomb sites. Notice how all the players of CyberZen are not going aggressive anywhere. In fact, they're just holding passively towards the bomb sites. There's 30 seconds left in the round. Now Viva, he spots a few players towards A short, and since there's only 30 seconds, they assume that GrayHound are doing the final execute towards A. This prompts CyberZen to rotate their players towards A side. And as soon as that happens, as soon as Viva gets this kill over here onto Dexter, GrayHound break the assault open towards the B site. CyberZen have already rotated their players towards A, and they are not ready for this GrayHound aggression towards the B site. By pushing the execute to the very last seconds of the round, GrayHound forced CyberZen to make very bad mid-round decisions and not let them get any information. This entire approach, by slowing things down, punishes the CyberZen CT side very, very badly. Double turtle is essentially a term for this kind of playstyle. Double comes from the fact that they move together in pairs of 2 to trade kills, and turtle comes from, obviously, the very slow and methodical pace of the round. Double turtle is a great counter to an unpredictable CT side. But to be honest, the only reason why GrayHound was this successful in mounting a comeback was because CyberZen did not really set up their players close enough to trade kills, and GrayHound exploited that. If CyberZen were a little better at trading, such a big comeback would not have been possible, and they could have brought the score gap a little closer. Of course, the double turtle is not invincible. It has its flaws. Since GrayHound were always starting their final execute when there were only like 20 or 30 seconds left in the round, this can become really chaotic. If CyberZen throw a Molotov or a smoke that late into the round, it will stop GrayHound in their tracks and shave off crucial seconds off the timer. With very little time left, every second is precious, and this could have become choppy for GrayHound. The Australian side was lucky that they were able to keep the CyberZen economy in check. That means the Chinese team never had too much utility that they could use against GrayHound. That kind of worked in their favor. If you try to adapt this gameplay into your own matches, you should always assume that your opponents have the utility to shut you down at the last moment. In those situations, on the T side, you need to make such plays and do such pushes that force the CTs to use up their utility at the start of the round so that they have nothing left at the end of the round when you decide to bring on the final execute. Astralis really are the masters of dictating the pace of the round with utility. But we have another video on our channel that explains this in detail. Check that out to find out how the double turtle setup and the utility usage go hand in hand. That's it for today, folks. If you found the video helpful, hit the like button. Comment below if you have any doubts and let us know what kind of content you would like to see from us. Subscribe for more CSGO Pro Match breakdowns and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
I'm coming home.